We, the people of hip-hop, declare our independence from an educational system which takes art out of our classrooms while giving our children more and more standardized tests. We know that real learning happens at the intersection of diverse communities where bodies and minds move. We declare our independence. We, the people of hip-hop, declare our independence from a U.S. government which uses resources from our schools to build prisons and wage wars. We know that while it is the U.S. government which exports military bases all over this world, it is hip-hop that has given a culture and language of resistance to young people in France and Palestine and the Bronx and Chile and Mississippi and Atlanta and Chicago and Atlanta and Toronto and Chicago and Oakland and Compton and Brazil and Baghdad and Brooklyn. We declare our independence. We, the people of hip-hop, declare our independence from any established leadership which no longer represents our voices. We do not want to vote or die. We want to vote with our whole lives. We are uninterested in banning the N-word, the B-word, and other such initialed words. We are too busy trying to ban obscene words like preemptive war, prison industrial complex, racism, sexism, no child left behind. We declare our independence. We, the people of hip-hop, declare our independence from any and all so-called scholars who attempt to define our generation as a sexist, violent, overly sexual, get-rich-or-die trying culture. We will no longer be made the scapegoat for American capitalism and global gangsterism. We recognize ourselves as leaders now. This is a dialogue already in process, and we can't stop, won't stop defining who we be. And we already told you how we feel about the police. We, the people of hip-hop, declare our independence from the first moment we plugged the speakers into the Project Light Post and the energy was returned back to its rightful owners. From the first moment we spray-painted graffiti on the first public wall. From the first moment we scratched the first record and spun around on our heads on a cardboard box. From the first moments we chose to make music with our mouths over silence. From the first moments the first crews chose to battle over violence. We, the people of hip-hop, declare our independence with the first cipher, with the first freestyle, from the first MC, from the first moment and every moment we insist we must be free. We, the people of hip-hop, declare our independence, but more, we declare our humanity. What up, y'all? Ow! Rosa Clemente is definitely on the vanguard of what is hip-hop activism, which is still being defined every day in the culture and the politics and how we live every day, right? So Rosa Clemente, she's on the vanguard because she takes all of what's good from the political movements of the legacy of the 60s and beyond, and she takes all that's good from that and she puts that all together. You know what I mean? She remixes it and brings it to make it relevant for today, for the lives that we live in right now. So Rosa Clemente is a real soldier. You my sister always, and I'm so excited. Vice presidential candidate on the Green Party. That's exciting. I was getting excited. Barack Obama, I was like, oh, I like this guy. And then I saw the announcement, and then I watched the speech. You gotta watch this speech on YouTube. I think I watched that speech like 6 times. I'm gonna write a whole paper just about that speech, just so I could like put all my thoughts together. So that's my sister right there. I'm gonna do something I know the Green Party folks is in here, and you know, I'm gonna do something for them folks too, cause I could do that. You know, it's the whole Go Green movement. I think sometimes every day I'm like, yo, my grandma was the greenest person alive. Cause like conservation, she had that locked down. It was like, yo, the lights is off. You know what I mean? Like you leave the room, lights is going off. Conservation, what else? What else we got? She had all of that locked down. You know, she had the good foods. We wasn't buying no, like, nah, you're not buying that. That's not good for you. It's garbage. Growing tomatoes in the backyard, here, slice, eat that. You know what I mean? So that's my grandma's. So I'm like, yo, grandma's was green, real green. That's what's up. So I'm gonna do this poem. I don't know how many of y'all know about the whole thing about the disappearing of the bees, right? So there's this thing, right? Honeybees is disappearing, and the scientific community is all trying to figure it out. They know what's going on, right? So the way this country and this society always handles things is always the same way. It's always just like, do something about it, right? So they did something. They labeled it. They called it CCD. Colony Collapse Disorder, right? So it's the bees' fault, you know what I mean? So this poem is called, I just said, what if we, all the solutions we have for humans, right? What if we did those for the bees, right? Label them, call them abnormal, call them crazy, call them mentally insane, diagnose them and prescribe them drugs. Put them on Ritalin. Leave them back if they cannot pass the test. Tell the Queen Mother they will not be promoted to the 5th grade if they do not improve their behavior immediately. Make it illegal for them to strike. Send them back to work. Dock their pay for strike days and take away their vacation time. Let them know they could easily be replaced any day by ants at half the pay. Entice them with sweet rhetoric like honey, no bees left behind. Then announce they have left the hives illegally. Be sure to deport them back. Call them deadbeat dads, call them low-skilled, call them lazy. Take away all supportive services and tell them to pull themselves up by their own wing straps. Put them on trial, fill their jury of peers with frogs. When found guilty, have the judge peering down from high explain how they failed society before their sentence is read. And in your best press conference voice, mechanical arm, fist-pounding action, denounce the evil bees. Launch a war against all uncooperative species. Hunt them out of their hives and overthrow their evil queen. Install a new leader and call it democracy. Let them know you will end the occupation when they learn to stand up for themselves. Blame the Queen Mother. She is unfit to raise her children. Report her to child services. Label her a welfare queen. Let the people know it was a box she opened or an apple she bit that started everything. Pray. Pray to the God in the mountains, the one that protects America from terrorism and takes care of our soldiers while they are fighting our wars. Pray to him, for he will at least save the flowers here in the good old US of A. See opportunity where others see flowers. Make new flowers out of plastic now with real flower smells and sell them for a profit. Let the flowers die. We can send email flower forwards. Put the flowers that we save behind glass cases to display in our museums. Do something. Do something, do something. Create a special scientific study. Label them and give them drugs. Make a weapon to defeat them. Build a dam, put up a wall. Forbid the bees from leaving and make it a royal decree. Pass amendments, write legislation with incentives for productive bees. Create a think tank to think up thoughts that need thinking and hand out PhDs. Make a jail cell that could hold them. Tiny chains to control them. Enforce tougher laws and stricter regulations. Call up your military might. Do something. Do something. Do something. Accept, ask for forgiveness. Accept, look in the mirror. Accept, say, I don't know. Do something. Accept, admit. To be human is to be weak. So I'm out of here. I just want to say I support you. I got your back. I'm ready for some action, so call on me.